Hi, good afternoon, and Merry Christmas, and Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Festivus, whatever you celebrate. Thank you for joining me. I'm still Raleigh Brown, and this is another curve flattening concert. And I'm here with Charlie the dog and a cup of coffee. So cloink to you all. I see Steve DeHaas is here on YouTube, and then on Facebook we have Rhonda Scott Merrick and Carol Pred and Ken Nashif and Bob McKenna and Jim Greco, actually here on time, and Bunny Barnes, Eben Atwater, Bruce McNeil. So Bunny, I couldn't find anything about whether you're doing a live stream on Friday, so let us know. That'll come up in the announcements section of the day. And as usual, I have actually have two pictures of Charlie today. So my good friends Ann Mintz and Clifford Wagner came up and had lunch with me today, so I wouldn't be a lonely old embittered widower on Christmas. So they brought some good Chinese food, and we had a nice talk and hung out. And they love Charlie, and Charlie, of course, loves everybody. So I have pictures of Charlie. I have first the picture of him smooching Clifford. There's that one. And, he looks kind of serious about that because he was in the act of smoochifying his good friend there. And then there's the afterwards, his kind of self-congratulatory grin. It looks like he's saying, "So, how'd you like that, Cliff?" So there's Charlie the dog. If you know, Charlie's currently laying in his usual place. He's sleepy. I think he's really tired after all the excitement of having Cliff and Ann here. And there he is for you. And let me see who else is here. Dave Mason is here, and Kate Petrella, and Deb Leby Clark, and all my old friends are here, which is nice. So I'll start giving you guys some music. Slim Edelman's here, and this one comes from the pen of the great Mose Allison. One of these days I'm gonna get myself right, do all my business in the daylight. One of these days I'm gonna get myself right. I'm gonna do all my business in the broad daylight. And one of these days I'm gonna get myself straight. I'm gonna quit acting like a reprobate. One of these days, I'm gonna get myself straight. I'm gonna quit staying out late, quit acting like a reprobate. One of these days I'm gonna get in step. It won't be long, people, before I will be needing help. One of these days I'm gonna get in step. Won't be long, people, before I'll be needing help. And one of these days I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna sit down on my front porch, compose a poem. One of these days I'm gonna go back home. Sit down on my front porch, compose a poem. One of these days, I'm gonna get myself right. I'm gonna do all my business in the daylight. One of these days, I'm gonna get myself right. Do all my business in the broad daylight. Well, one of these days, One of These Days by Mose Allison. And I see Ann Mintz made it home. She must have just got there because they left not so long ago. And they live about 45 minutes away. And let me see who else I'm missing back here. People are checking in. Bunny Barnes says probably not because she has a gig that day. So we will not announce your live stream. And John Sprouse is here. Hi, John. And there's somebody else I didn't say hi to yet. Jay Dusenberry, my buddy from Northern California. Hope you're doing well, Jay, and picking one of those guitars, that J200 or that Gurion. What a tasteful guitar owner you are. Linda Worster's here. And Mike Verbeek. Good to see you guys. So next up, it seems like I look at the internet and all I'm hearing anymore is Bob Dylan movie, Bob Dylan movie, Bob Dylan movie, Bob Dylan movie. And Ann and I both know Elijah Wald, who was the guy who wrote the book on which that movie is based, which is kind of cool. Elijah's a pretty good guitar player himself, and he's actually going to be doing a house concert at Ann's house in January, I think on the 25th. And I'm sure he'll have some stories to tell. He also co-authored Dave Van Ronk's autobiography, The Mayor of MacDougall Street. But anyhow, I thought a Bob Dylan song was in order, and I thought I would do one of my favorite early Bob Dylan songs. Perhaps it's the color of the sun cut flat and covering these crossroads I'm standing at. Or maybe it's the weather or something like that. Well, Mama, you've been on my mind. Now I don't mean trouble, please don't put me down or get upset. I am not pleading or saying that I can't forget you. I do not walk the floor, bowed down and bent, but yet, Mama, you're just on my mind. And although my mind is hazy and my vision may be narrow, where you've been don't bother me, bring me down in sorrow. I don't even care who you'll be waking with tomorrow. Mama, you're just on my mind. And I'm not asking you to say words like yes and no. Please understand me. I got no place for you to go. I'm just whispering to myself, pretending not that I don't know. Mama, you've been on my mind. Now when you wake up in the morning, honey, look inside your mirror. Oh, you know I won't be next to you. You know I won't be near. But I'd be curious to know if you could see yourself as clear as someone who has had you on his mind. Someone who has had you on his mind. Mama, You've Been on My Mind by Bob Dylan. And Bob Dylan wrote that when he was pretty young, and he did not record it himself. He gave it to Judy Collins, and I think maybe Joan Baez and maybe a couple other people, and they recorded versions of it. And years and years, decades later, he released an early, it's not a bootleg because he released it, but it's kind of a basement tape version of it, of him on guitar, and it was very, very different. So I kind of went back and tried to learn it the way he wrote it originally. I like it that way. So some announcements for you today. There is, as usual, a PayPal link right there and a Venmo link. It is the season of giving, and contributions are gratefully appreciated and never expected. So, and there are invisibles who may or may not be here. If they were not invisible, I would know, but I just guess wildly that maybe Judith Fox, Joel Biget, Mario Prue, George Young, maybe there's some other invisibles who I'm forgetting. And we say hello to them just in case they might be here. Mike Stillman is here, and Robin Gray. Thanks for checking in, folks, and Kathleen Edelman, and it's good to see you all here on a Christmas day. I know that you probably opened up all your presents and broke all your toys by noon, and so it's time to settle down and maybe have some hot cocoa and listen to a little bit of music. I will be at the Sellersville Theater with Bunny Barnes and Kurt Lippy on Wednesday, January 15th. And that should be a great show. If you are in the Philadelphia area, you might want to get tickets for that. And the other thing, what else was I going to announce here? Well, my mind just went blank. I'll get back. Oh, yeah, I wanted to mention earlier today, as part of my every once in a while Christmas gift, I posted a tutorial on playing the George Gershwin tune Summertime. And you can find that both on YouTube and you can find it on my homepage, my Facebook page. And, it teaches you some tools which you could use to play Summertime. You could also use them to play other things. Today, my guitar of choice is, as it often is right now, the Pre-War Guitars Company 0028. This is the guitar I'm playing right now. Beautiful instrument. So sometimes people ask, and rather than have them become misinformed, I'm announcing it. I will be playing my Martin OM18 Authentic, which is a 2013 guitar, so that's already 11 years old, going on 12. And this one is already like a year and a half. It was built in 2023 to look like a guitar that was built in 1938. Anyhow, that's that stuff. I don't think I have any other big announcements. I know that Helen Avakian and David Irwin are doing their live stream tonight on Wednesday. They usually do it on Thursday, but I think as a Christmas special, Charlie's moaning over there. As a Christmas special, they are doing it at 7 p.m. Central Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So they're both really excellent guitar players and musicians. I don't know who's on Thursday since Helen and David are not. On Friday, Slim Edelman will be doing his show. It's going to be John Prine songs this week, and that will be on at 3:30 Eastern Time. And Bunny will probably not be on because she said she has a gig. On Saturday, Warren Bendler will be doing his show at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find that on his page. And on Sunday, I will be back at 10:30 a.m. for one of my usual 10:30 a.m. Sunday shows. I'll ask for some requests, and we'll see what comes in, and maybe I'll play some. And so this next one up is the instrumental, and it is called Neverland. I believe that's the whole name of it. Neverland from Peter Pan, I think from the Broadway show Peter Pan, although I'm not sure somebody can tell me more about that, maybe Carol Pratt. So I'm going to put down the pre-war guitar. And pick up the Martin OM28. And I love this guitar's bass response. It's just got beautiful bass. And even when you're capoing it like I do for this tune, the bass is just so rich. So this is a song I wrote a long, long time ago, and it was really about, I was at an age, I guess I was 21, just starting to become a grown-up. And as many of you know, I was at Kent State, and there was a shooting there, and it was a very tumultuous time politically and socially. The people who were there when that happened, it really established a bond. And many of those people, not only am I really good friends with people who I was good friends with back then, but I've become friends on the internet with people who I kind of just knew peripherally in Kent. And now we share this thing from 60 years later. And 54 years, but who's counting? And there is a sense of fellowship there. It's interesting. Anyhow, we lived in a house that summer, which I called the Brady Street Hotel, and I wrote this song when we moved out. It was a really bittersweet summer because we had lost friends, had been shot by the National Guard, and there was all kinds of dark things about it, but there was also, we were still young, and it was the end of the 60s. We were, smoking dope and taking acid and generally having a wild time becoming irresponsible grown-ups. And I've tried to remain an irresponsible grown-up all these years later. And, I just kind of dedicate this song to all the irresponsible grown-ups in the audience, and especially my friends from Kent. Diane Desmond, who may not be here today, but she lived in the Brady Street Hotel. My girlfriend at the time was a woman named Barb Cook, who I later lost touch with, and I don't know whatever happened to her. But Rita Rubin, who comes here often, Charles Kaplan, Bill Rubenstein, John Hubner, all of these people, Cal Landau. We were all there together in Kent having as good a time as we could have under the circumstances. And then it ended that summer. Ring the golden bells of laughter, ring 'em loud, ring the chimes of music. The silence hangs here like a shroud. Checking out of the Brady Street Hotel. These empty rooms have served us well. Now pictures just keep drifting through my head, happiness and sadness, the warm hours spent just talking in your bed. checking out of the Brady Street Hotel. You know, these empty rooms have served us well. We came here for the summer, now it's fall. All the parties and the madness, these rooms, they just smiled upon it all. Now no more the golden tolling bell. Time has come to bid this home farewell. So ring the golden bells of laughter, ring 'em loud, ring the silver chimes of music. The silence hangs here like a shroud, checking out of the Brady Street Hotel. Brady Street Hotel. So I want to thank you for joining me here, spending a little bit of your Christmas day with me. I see Mel Green is here, and Nancy Daynard, and Rand Furlong, welcome aboard here. Charlie just moaned again. You might have heard that. That was not my stomach grumbling. It was Charlie the dog. I think I said hello to most everybody, and I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anybody just as I'm getting ready to check out here. Well, I think it might pretty soon be time for Charlie's last walk at the park, and then we might settle in for an evening of football on Netflix. So, whatever, as this world keeps on spinning, try to live by this mantra. Be happy, be healthy, be brave, and be calm. That's really the mantra. This other part is an addendum. Be kind, although I believe strongly in that. It's a snap, not always a snap, but sometimes it's a snap. And if you get cranky, as my buddy Alex Bevan would say, take a nap. Hope to see you Sunday. Have a great rest of the week.